It's Sunday, and you know what that means. It's time for Browns Bengals preview. Is this the last day for Kevin Stefanski as the Browns head coach? What about the whole regime? There's rumors swirling everywhere. We'll dive into that. Who's in, who's out tonight? NFL best bets, the parlay party. Joe Madden's going to be jumping in too. Let's get to the show.
Turn up your volume. Because you're about to listen to The Sick Podcast with Andy McNamara, the sickest Cleveland Browns podcast.
Chubb runs, he's to the 10, 15, he's to the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. There goes Chubb, he's to the 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Shabba-lubba hub.
It's gonna be sick.
Welcome, everybody. One more loop around the track for this Browns season, sitting at 4 wins. Oh, how quickly it goes and how long it is at the same time, right? Boy, it just seems like yesterday we making our schedule predictions. I incorrectly picked, I think it was 8 wins. I thought that was being pretty safe. Nope, not even close. Not even close. Anyway, subscribe into the channel, click notifications on, jump in the chat. We got guys already. T-Wolf's already in the house. Grant's already in the house. Let's go. Grant's listening while driving to soccer. There you go, buddy. You're going to be watching the actual game today, see if it's Kevin Stefanski's last round. Happy New Year, by the way, everybody. Hope everyone had a nice, safe, happy New Year. Like I said, click subscription, notifications on, share the chat. Love when you guys are in the chat. We're bouncing ideas off of each other. Also, subscribe and follow on X, on Twitter, at SickPodBrowns, at AndyMC81, Instagram and TikTok as well, at AndyMCSports. That's where you will see my post-game reaction videos and reaction videos to whatever happens with this Browns team. Because, folks, and I've been writing a lot of articles on the Sporting News. Check that out. Links on my Instagram and on in the stories and on X. Check those out. There is literally rumors about every situation for this Browns team, from like NFL insiders, people just thinking, ideas, whatever. So there are rumors out that Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry could be fired. Total reboot. That's what I would do. There's rumors that just Kevin Stefanski gets fired, and for some reason, Andrew Berry keeps his job. Like it's Kevin Stefanski's fault that Andrew Berry traded away the 2 veterans, Joe Flacco and Kenny Pickett, without telling him, like he's done before when trading quarterbacks, not informing the head coach, which seems insane. How do you not tell your head coach? And saddling him with 2 rookies. 2 rookies. And Stefanski just keeps rolling with the punches. Now, look, at some point, you got to be like, all right, well, that's what he signed up for, I guess. But if that's the case, then Andrew Berry is equally as responsible. And okay, you had a nice rookie class. You didn't get the quarterback. Well, we don't think. Shedeur Sanders, the future guy. At this point, I'm willing to give him next year and build up around, but I can't trust Andrew Berry to pick an offensive lineman. Zach Zentner, the guard that was supposed to be the cheap replacement, the rookie coming in after Wyatt Teller, bust. Can't stay on the field. We don't know why he's not on the field. DeJuan Jones, when healthy, has flashed, but he can't stay healthy. Jack Conklin's gone. Cam Robinson, left tackle. I'm sure you guys saw the footage last week. He's stumbling around. You need a center, Luke Whippler. Is he the replacement? I guess. Is Joel Bitonio coming back? Like, my point is, you need a whole lot to get figured out, and Andrew Berry can't pick offensive linemen and he can't pick wide receivers. That's just track record over 6 years. Oh, and his quarterback evaluation absolutely sucks. It sucks. And that Deshaun Watson deal is also tied with him. The owner took responsibility, but it sucks. I don't want this regime, this post-Paul DePodesta era, with anything to do with the future of this franchise. Now, whether you think Mendoza is the guy or not to go up the Heisman Trophy winner, who looks spectacular, probably can't get him. Raiders likely will have the first overall pick. If they don't take him, Jets will trade all their assets to go get him. The Browns are too far down now. So I'm fine with Shedeur and building up around. But you can't just put this on Kevin Stefanski. And then the third rumor The third rumor is that the Browns trade Kevin Stefanski. I don't know what you get for a coach with 7 after tape, maybe 8 wins in 2 years. But trade. It would almost be fitting that the Browns would trade, and the rumored team is the New York Giants, that the Browns would trade Kevin Stefanski for a 5th-round pick, because that's all Andrew Berry can do. He can collect 5th-round picks and then not do anything with them because they're 5th-round picks. Goodness sake. All right, Grant's going to be in watching. Hey, buddy. Rick says, morning, Grant. That's right. Serious question from Thunderwolf, T-Wolf. I've been hearing that the Browns are seriously looking into drafting a QB. Why are they not willing to give Shedeur a fair shake at the QB position? Well, Rick, here's the thing. I think if the Browns lost last week and lost this week and had the 2nd overall pick, I think there'd be a very real chance to either try to trade up to go get Mendoza, or they like Dante Moore. If Dante Moore comes out, we still don't know. Like this, and this is what drives me nuts too, because we said the same thing last year and the year before that. Oh, next year's quarterback class is a great one. Next year, I'm hearing it again. Oh, the 2027 class. Well, this time last year, we were saying, boy, that 2026 class in 2024. Oh, wait for Quinn Ewers and Carson Beck. Anyone want those guys now? No. Nothing is guaranteed. There's always a guy that pops out of nowhere, like Mendoza, or somebody that falls away. Nothing is guaranteed. I wrote an article on Sport News. So the March for Arch, planning for Manning. Rumors that Jimmy Haslam might want to be waiting for Arch Manning. So I think, T-Wolf, that Shedeur Sanders does get his chance, not handed the job. I think he gets put into a quarterback competition with Dylan Gabriel, who's terrible, and man, whoever evaluated that needs to be gone. Maybe that is Kevin Stefanski. And Deshaun Watson. That's the other rumor. Deshaun Watson, for some reason, he's under contract. Keep him. Folks, here's the problem. You're paying him anyway, but the longer you keep him on, the more damage it does to future salary cap. Cut him. Then you deal with the 2 years after. You're going to have 2 years of big salary cap hits no matter when you get rid of Deshaun Watson. Get rid of him now. Get rid of him now. Right? Whatever makes more sense. The pre-June 1st, I don't care. But get rid of him. Because then your quarterback room can be Sanders, Gabriel, and bring in veteran cheap X. Like your Kenny Pickett move or whatever, right? But it needs to be a new regime. Why do I want this same, like Jimmy Haslam? What's the definition of insanity, right? Same thing, expecting a different result. Why would you expect Andrew Berry and the collaborative BS that has done nothing for this team? You're going to change the head coach? If you keep Andrew Berry and this collaborative mindset where the head coach doesn't get to decide his quarterback or be in on the information, you are just setting yourself up to bring in another yes man. You're not going to get the best available options. Word two is that there might not be as many coaching changes as we think because teams aren't as bullish on the head coaching pool. So it could be a lot of coordinator changes. Otherwise, I'm telling you, if you get rid of Stefanski, you keep the same garbage thinking. Paul DePodesta's gone. Get that thinking out of there with him. Send it to Colorado with him. Then you're just going to get a yes man who does analytics, and you're going to see the same crap. Andrew Berry is not as smart as he thinks he is. Jimmy Haslam may disagree, but I don't know how you can keep going. You need an outside voice saying Jimmy. Maybe it's Peyton Manning, Nick Saban. Like, lean on those guys, your guys, Jimmy, to tell you, like, man, it ain't working. Largest analytics department, it's not working. You try to be the smartest team in the league, and you look like the stupidest. Change it up. Get me good football people, please. Rick says Andrew Berry probably has some dirt on Haslam. Who knows? I thought that's the case with Paul DePodesta, right? Today's Browns-Bengals game. We got a nice same-game parlay. Actually, a really nice plus 790 same-game parlay. Stay tuned for that. We'll get into that with Joe Madden in just a few moments. But for this game, the big storyline to me, two. How does Shedeur Sanders look one more time? By the way, Harold Fannin Jr. not playing, his favorite target. Browns leader in receivers, receptions, touchdowns, not playing, injured. And Njoku's out. Carson Schwarzenegger's out. So that run game, I'd be hitting those Chase Brown props personally. And kind of rocking with that. But man, for the Bengals, you got some secondary guys out. How does that look? Shedeur Sanders, how he looks in the other storyline. Can Myles Garrett break the single season sack record? Unfortunately, now it has an asterisk, right? If he beats it, at least beat it to get over JJ or TJ Watt, please. Shut those squealer fans up, please. But you won't have the 16 gamer, so it's gonna have if you get it, Myles, great, do it. You can say it. There'll always be that Michael Strahan who did it in 16, so there'll always be that little asterisk. Strahan keeps his title to a degree. So those are the two storylines I want to follow with this. Let me know what you're looking for in this game. You got any best bets? At the end of the show, we'll go over and you guys can think about it in the chat. I want to know your fantasy football moment of shame. Think about the Game of Thrones, the ding, 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 ding with the bell down the street. Shame. Shame. Or your bet of shame for the year. Something you thought was going to hit big and then didn't. I got my fantasy football moment of shame. We'll come up with that a little bit later. Grant says the only asterisk is for Browns haters. Well, Grant, you got to do it in 16, in my opinion. Look, take the record. Absolutely. Heck of a season. Helps cement him as a future Hall of Famer for sure. But there can be a question. I was hoping it would be no question. So let's see if Myles can get it against his favorite sack attack guy, Joe Burrow. He has the most sacks against Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson. All right, so we'll get to our fantasy football and betting moment of shame a little bit later on. Now, though, let's kick up the parlay party. Let's bring in, for the first time in this new year, she's from Wager Talk, from Betting Pros. It's our good buddy, Joe Madden, back in the house for 2026.
Hey, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. How's everything going? You feeling good?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling excited going into week 18 like Myles Garrett should. Who cares if he's got the asterisks? He's going to get it done.
I hope so. I think a Myles Garrett anytime sack is one of the safest props we can get today.
Oh, absolutely. I'd take him for 2+ as well.
Oh,
that offensive line in front of Joe Burrow, it's deadly to Joe Burrow.
Yeah, and I've read it's like, oh, it's gotten better because of continuity. Like, it's gotten better, but it's still bad. Like, it's
terrible.
Like, just because it's gotten better doesn't mean it's still not good.
Yeah.
So going in, let me ask you, your Chargers. Oh, by the way, before that, how about our Buckeyes, Joe?
What the hell?
What happened?
Did I just say that? What the hell?
Yeah.
That ruined New Year's Eve.
Totally.
It made me drink more, Andy.
Yeah. What's your drink of choice? You wine, a little mix? What do you like?
Okay, so normally I'm a red wine drinker, but I've been finding red wine the next day, I wake up stuffy. So I think the tannins in it, just not good. And we can't have stuffy nose talking all the time.
No.
So I'm a gin girl. A gin or a tequila.
Oh, there you go. I think we might have to, once we hit on one of these parlays, these giant parlays, we'll fly you out, and then I'll get you into a nice some bourbon drinks. I think you'd enjoy a little bit of bourbon.
Puts chest. That puts hair on your chest. I don't know if I can do that. It's really, really heavy.
I got a couple nice cocktails that'll be nice and sweet for you. Okay. So don't worry. We'll get you. Now, to talk about your Chargers, who are in a wild card spot. Joe, this AFC, and we're looking at week 18 with still divisions to be decided, by the way. Where are you looking at, if we're kind of looking ahead playoff-wise, betting-wise, on your Chargers?
I look at this team and I look at how beat up they are. I'm glad they're resting players here. It makes sense, right? Like, why go against the Denver Broncos, who are really playing for something, that are going to come out? They're going to look to get revenge from that last matchup. And a team that I think can beat the Chargers with how they're playing right now. Not how they're playing, but how injured they are. So I love the fact we're resting, because if Justin Herbert got hurt in this game, but then, we're going to be facing the Patriots. And I don't care what anyone says about the Patriots and their schedule. That's a team that can run over the Chargers. So I'm nervous. I'm really nervous going into the playoffs, because I think that matchup with the Patriots would be absolute death to us. Drake May versus Justin Herbert. Drake May has the offensive line in front of him. Herbert doesn't.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And that shows year over year. And that's why for Browns fans, we always cross our fingers, because you can see every year a team goes from looking down and out to jumping up if you get that right coach, quarterback combo, and an improved offensive line. We saw it with Chicago Bears, Caleb Williams. invested in the offensive line. Boom. We saw it with New England that you just mentioned, right? So now when we're looking at week 18 betting strategy, okay, and you mentioned it, people sitting, how important is it for, to really be paying attention to this? Because that shifts things dramatically if you're having players sit, or the possibility of players sitting.
Yeah, the possibility of players sitting are there. And when we talk about the Chargers, Harbaugh said, the most banged up, the most injured will sit. There's some players still with incentives out there. So it's something I've been looking at. Keenan Allen needs 6 more receptions, but can Trey Lance get him 6 receptions versus the Denver defense, right? Like maybe we'll see Keenan Allen in later in the game. So I think that would be like a live betting opportunity. If we don't see a lot out of Keenan Allen to start that, then we see him in the end, when the Denver Broncos have already gone up big and they're not covering him as hard. So that number will also drop. If he needs 6.5 to go over his prop, if I see a 3.5, I'm going to be coming back in on it.
Okay. So that's a game to be tracking live. I like that. Yeah. To track live. What looked on paper to be a total dog, a write-off, like, we don't care. All of a sudden, Joe, is very important because the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defeating the Carolina Panthers last night did not wrap up the division. Those two teams' fates lie in division rivals, the Saints taking on the Falcons. If the Falcons win, the Panthers are in. If the Saints are victorious, Tampa Bay is in. All of a sudden, this game became much more interesting. Yeah.
Who do the Saints and the Falcons want to win more? Right? Like, who do they want to screw over? That's my biggest question in this one. Because if I was these two teams, I'd get together and be like, who do we want to get in?
Tie.
Right? Like,
I don't know what happens with the tie. What happens with the tie?
What happens with the tie? I don't know what happens with the tie. I was trying to work that out. What happened with the tie? But these teams, right? They're petty. They could come down to the very end and they could give it to one of the teams to take the other one out.
Is there something?
It'd be interesting.
Ooh. Well, and for the Falcons too, Raheem Morris, he's been on the hot seat tracker. Is he playing for it? When I'm looking at this game, I know Atlanta's 3.5 point favorites. Joe, I just really like how the Saints have been building with Tyler Shuck down. I would take him. I think his touchdown, it's like for a 1, if you can just get like a 1+. I love Tyler Shuck with it. I think him and Chris Olave, as long as Olave stays in, that connection for over in receiving yards is a real angle. I'm taking the Saints to win outright. I think there's a play there. I've been impressed.
I love it because I grabbed the Saints plus the points, but I want to see the Bucs not make the playoffs. So I'm kind of torn there because I think the Saints absolutely, like you said, Tyler Shuck has been great out there. That chemistry is building, and I think he has every ability to as well. They're just going to have to find a way to shut down Bijan Robinson and Drake London, right? Like those are the issues, but like, coming out, can we trust Cousins to be able to get things done? I can't trust Cousins. I feel for Cousins.
Cousins his bank account's just fine. Our next lives, we should hope we get an agent as good as Kirk Cousins has. My goodness. True. Okay, so are you going to take the Saints to cover or money line? I'm going to take money line for the Saints. I just got a good feeling.
If I take the money line, they won't win it. I'm going to take them plus the 3.5. Right? Hoping that they can at least cover. I just feel like I want them to win so bad because I want the Panthers in that I should stay off the money line, just grab them plus the 3.5. I don't want to jinx the Panthers in any way.
I got you. You know what? I have what I think is a nice little Browns-Bengals same game parlay we can kind of tie into the big parlay party. I want to share this with you. Let me know what you think. So I got Bengals money line. I think they're just going to – Browns are without Harold Fannin Jr. They're without Njoku. They're without Carson Swester. I think Chase Brown is a huge day. Joe Burrow, 1 or more passing touchdowns. Shedeur Sanders, over half a passing touchdown. He's thrown at least 1 in every start. Myles Garrett to record a sack. Chase Brown, most rushing yards in the game. And not Jamar Chase, but a much better price on T. Higgins anytime touchdown. And he's got 10 on the year and 3 touchdowns in his last 3 games. That alone pays out plus 790. I think we added to the ticket. What do you think of that?
Oh, absolutely. I completely add that to the ticket. It's a great one. I'd also look at Sanders to run one in with his legs. Plus 600 for him. Just do that separately though. Yeah.
Pop that separate. A plus 600. I like that a lot. Griff is in the house in the chat too. He said, I'm here, Andy Griff. How's it going, buddy? And guys, I want you to keep in mind, and Joe, you can think of this too if you got one. Your betting moment or fantasy football moment of shame from 2025. Get those in the chat and let us know. Joe, you can mull around that one. Games that matter. So Jacksonville. So twofold to decide the AFC South.
Yeah.
Jags host the Titans. Houston host the Colts. Now the tiebreaker, I think if the Jags win, I think they just take it. I think
so too. It's really, there's so many scenarios, right?
Yeah.
I think they just need to win. But do the Titans cover? That is my biggest concern with that game. I've gone back and forth with it. Cam Ward, it's a hard one.
Big number, 46.5. That seems a bit aggressive on the over.
It does.
I don't know.
It does.
Minus 105 on the under.
I don't love that game. That game gives me panic attacks.
Yeah. You know what? I might just, if we're building onto it, I might just take like the minus 850 to add to the ticket with the Jags.
Yeah. And chop those lines. I'm seeing a minus 820 out there.
Minus 820. Okay. Check them out. Texans at Colts. Texans have got to take that too.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Texans straight up. But
minus
to
620.
Cover Riley Leonard coming in for his first ever start.
He stinks.
I like the dogs plus the points. It scares me.
I would take, with your separate Shedeur Sanders plus 600, I would take Riley Leonard running one in. That's all he can do.
Yeah, that's absolutely out of Notre Dame. He wasn't able to do anything else at all.
No. And I'm saying, if you're Riley Leonard, you should be going to the Colts and saying, make me the next Taysom Hill. That's what he can be. True. Like, really?
Yeah.
Make him a tight end, running back. Make him the next Taysom Hill. I think that's his value. As a pro quarterback, nothing.
Yeah.
Like, Griff said he likes the Titans to cover.
Okay.
That's at minus 115. Titans to cover. Oh, Griff has betting moment of shame. Was Mahomes anytime touchdown on Thanksgiving? Oh, yeah. That one. That's a tough one. Chiefs at Raiders. No one wants
Hollywood Brown needs the tutty to get $750,000.
Oh, who's that? Who needs that?
Hollywood Brown. One tutty out of Hollywood Brown, I believe, is $750,000. And then if he gets 3, it's $1 million, but he's not getting 3. Yeah, 1 touchdown away. He needs 6 touchdowns in total for $750,000.
But who's getting him the ball? This Oladukin guy?
Somehow.
Right? Like,
he's got to get him the ball somehow. It's against the Raiders defense without Max Crosby.
That's fair. That is fair.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I'm pretty in depth with the draft situation. I've never heard of Chris Oladukin before 2 weeks ago. Never in my life. Never in my life. His backup, by the way, Shane Bukelly. What is happening?
I don't know. I really don't know what's happening there. So, and then Travis Kelce. Is it his very last game? Is Travis Kelce getting a tutty if this is his last game? Right? You got Aaron Rodgers maybe last game, Travis Kelce maybe last game. Like, wow.
I just wish. Changing. I just don't know if I want to put it in the hands of that quarterback. Man. Lions, Bears. I think the Bears can still seed. I think the Bears and the Eagles seeding wise still have something to play for.
They do.
Because they both locked it up. So you'd think the Bears probably are going to be looking at that division. I was talking to my buddy Josh Henning from ESPN Radio in Philadelphia, and he said that Sirianni, coach of the Eagles, kind of half admitted they'll kind of sort of be scoreboard watching. Yeah. So that's something to keep in mind. If it's going one way or the other, he could pull his guys like after half or late in the game. So when we're thinking of player props, we got to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, we definitely do. So Bears, if they win, they get the number 2 seed. If they lose, they fall to number 3. But this is Ben Johnson versus Dan Campbell. This is more than just the win here for the Bears, too, right? Like, you look at that aspect. Dan Campbell, he's going to have these guys freaking fired up.
I think you're right, because they got nothing to play for.
No.
I kind of like the Lions.
I do, too. I took the Lions. I got all the dogs plus the points. I hate it. I feel sick. I feel sick, Andy.
Team Jandy, we're rocking in 2026, baby. I'm telling you.
Let's go, Team Jandy.
Let's go. So do you want the Lions 3.5 or money line?
I want them straight up on that dirty money line.
Let's go. I'm with you. I am. Yeah. We will ride and die that one together. Okay. Eagles, Commanders. Gotta take the Eagles. Come on.
It's gotta be.
Like, come on. Okay, we'll take the Eagles there. Dolphins, Patriots. Patriots just gonna sit people, I would think.
Well, because depending on how the earlier games will play out, right? Like there's a situation where they really they need the win.
Because the Broncos for the 1 seed. Oh my God.
Yeah.
What an interesting week 18. Wow.
Yeah. So both are kicking off at 4:26 Eastern. So they're both at the same time. So they can't unless Denver runs. Yeah. Even if Denver runs away, they're not going to sit people in the second half. They're going to want to win.
Right. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And Denver's favored over
First
your
half.
Chargers. Ooh.
Patriots first half. Both Denver and the Patriots first half bets are going to come out flying in the first half.
Boy. Okay. So first bet. Okay. So we'll do that. And do we take him just straight up to, so Broncos just straight up to win 13.5, or do we take him to cover?
Oh God. Both those teams should cover the 13.5, right? Chargers aren't playing anyone. Miami. Who's Miami's quarterback again?
Quinn Ewers, who's just
Quinn Ewers. He actually looked pretty good last weekend.
Yeah.
I was impressed. Quinn Ewers to run in a tutty as well. I'd look at that.
Quinn Ewers on the ground. Okay.
Yeah.
Little side quest. I dig it. Rams Cardinals. I don't think the Rams do anything seeding wise.
I don't think so.
I think they're kind of stuck in place.
Yeah.
Let me just see, because they're 11-5. We had the Seahawks win last night.
Yeah.
Kind of a disappointment. Boy, you took the under in that. 13-3. Woof.
Yeah.
That was right.
I had the first half under. I thought
smart.
I thought the second half maybe Seattle would put up some more points. I was shocked.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I think the Rams are just I think they're just stuck in there. So I think they're going to sit some people.
Yeah.
Against the Cardinals, I don't even know if we want that game.
No, it's gross.
No. Let's do two more. Bills at Jets. Now, do the Bills have seeding on the line? 11-5. So with Houston and Jacksonville and your Chargers, although the Chargers are probably not going to do anything with it, but so there could be a seeding. So the Bills, I think, 10.5 division game in Buffalo. I don't know if we like that or just the straight money on our big ticket.
Yeah, I think the straight money. I'd look at the first half here. There's talks. Josh Allen won't play the whole game, right? Like they get up fast in this one, and then they're going to sit people. So that backdoor cover, and I can't remember who's coming out for the Jets. There's someone coming out for the Jets. Someone has to play that quarterback role.
Oh, let's see for fun, because that QB room is such a dog. I called it at the beginning of the year, Joe. I said, why is no one talking about Justin Fields?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, yeah, they got Justin Fields. It's like, yes. And we love our former Buckeye Justin Fields, but it's not working in the NFL, Justin. Sorry.
No.
Oh, who's ready for Brady Cook?
There we go. Brady Cook. Okay, I saw his first touchdown pass in the NFL the other week when he played 2 weeks ago, right? His mom was in the stands, adorable family, but you're going up against the Bills. No,
and the backup is likely going to be Hendon Hooker. So go get him. Khalil Herbert is Breece Hall is out. Khalil Herbert. You know what? I might take a little side quest on that Khalil Herbert bit, because when he's been given chances past in Chicago, he's popped a little bit.
Yeah.
You know? Okay, let's finish off on this one. The Sunday nighter, Baltimore Ravens, Pittsburgh Steelers. Winner takes the division. Joe, I hate both these teams. I wish none of them could win, but one of them's got to. I saw the Steelers last week. That team just looks. They DK Metcalf's out.
Yeah.
Calvin Austin III is a non-threat anyway, and he was out. They got no one to throw to. Like I don't know if Lamar Jackson's playing in this game. I don't know how the Steelers win this ball game, even though it is in Pittsburgh.
What about their tight end, Pat
Freiermuth? If Aaron Rodgers can get it to him, like it just seems like it is such now a dink and dunk, and the Ravens are going to know that. So you're just going to press a bit, right? You're just going to keep everything in. There's no one to throw down. They got MVS, Valdez Scantling, who you throw up a prayer to once in a while, and maybe he does it, maybe he doesn't.
Adam Thielen, though? Adam Thielen's a vet with good hands.
Could this be an Adam Thielen day?
Adam Thielen day all the way. I'm going Steelers. I'm going Steelers plus the points on money line.
You got the Steelers to win outright.
Straight up.
Ooh,
This cannot
boy.
be Aaron Rodgers' last game. And if they lose, it's going to be Aaron Rodgers' last game. He comes through when he needs to. He'll come through here.
Over
Adam
the margin.
Thielen and him going to make those connections.
Ooh.
Got Adam Thielen over the 19.5 receiving yards. Anytime tutty. I'm going to his numbers probably up to 50+ receiving yards.
Joe going heavy on Thielen. I love it.
Thielen did.
Woo. Oh, Grant says Jonnu Smith is out too for Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Oh boy. So that's it. They literally may have no other choice but to say, Adam Thielen, you are actually the only man on the field who can catch a football. Let's go.
Right? So if you take him from 50+ receiving yards, like ladder it, you guys take the 19.5, but ladder up to the 50+, it's plus 600.
Plus 6. Okay, I'm doing that's a side quest.
Come on.
I like that. How do we feel about in that Ravens Steelers game 41.5? Like this is kind of smelling like a 17-13.
Yeah, it's smelling like we're all going to be sitting there. People are going to be complaining it's boring. Some of us will be loving the defensive plays, but TJ Watt, he's out, right?
I
believe he is. He was on the injury report.
He was. Okay, it was a yeah, I think it was like he was borderline a punctured lung. And you being a Chargers fan, that's how Justin Herbert got his start because poor Tyrod Taylor. What's with these guys puncturing lungs? It's insane.
I don't know.
I wonder if he is in or not. Let's see.
Well,
here.
I'm seeing headlines of no limitation set for return.
Oh,
Remains
so Watt
limited
could be in there.
Yeah, he could get out there.
Note today. If you're doing if you fancy yourself any Miami game, and maybe this affects it, Dolphins running back Devon Achane and Jalen Waddle are both not expected to play today. Oh, that's going to be a thumping. Joe, this is going to be a massacre.
It's got to be, right?
Quinn Ewers may die on national TV. We may see that.
Like, there's no reason to take their foot off the pedal, right? The Patriots?
No. Punish.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
This team has to. Okay.
That's wild. Here's one interesting little side fact, not for betting purposes, but Adam Schefter of ESPN reporting. Since the NFL started recording interceptions in 1933, no team ever has finished a season without an interception. The Jets would be the first if they do not get an interception today at Buffalo.
Oh, see, Buffalo's backup quarterback comes in. They'll get it.
Ooh, they're going to be aggressive. That's a level of like even my Browns don't own that record.
Yeah.
Surprising. There's always next year for that.
Yeah.
So is the Bills? Is it still Trubisky? Who's the Bills backup? I'll check that real quick.
No, it's not Trubisky. It's there's someone else meant to be coming in today for the Bills.
Let me check. I got the little depth chart up here. Let's see. See, that's the thing. If you're a good team with a good quarterback, you don't have. It says Trubisky.
Oh, okay. That was someone else. I don't know why.
He's still floating around.
Yeah.
Oh well. Okay. So Joe, I got a 15, including that Browns same game parlay, a 15 leg ticket paying out plus 72,388. We put $10 on that. 7,238.32. If we win that, Joe, you're coming out and I'm making you a bourbon cocktail.
Okay.
To get your bourbon drinker. How about that?
So the last time I had bourbon, it was my mom's birthday, and I thought she said we were having martinis. She said Manhattans. And so she hands me this drink, and I have a sip like I'm going to be drinking gin because I didn't look at the cup. I just cheersed her, didn't look at the cup. And a Manhattan and martini, very different drinks.
They're you mix in an old fashioned too, you're having an evening.
There you go. My mom will mix in the old fashioned as well. She definitely likes her cocktails.
There you go. All right. Mama man gets it. I like it. Okay, Joe. So where are you today? You're going to be all over the place. I know it for week 18. Where can we find you?
Yeah, I'm going to be all over the place. I'm going to have my Cup of Joes coming out pretty quick here. And then I'm going to be jumping on End Zone at the kickoff for the first game. So I'll be on for the first half on End Zone on Wager Talk. So it's going to be a fun one. And then I'm hoping, Andy, that the weather, the road is okay. It's gross out here in Calgary area. It's cold. The roads are bad, but I'm hoping they're nice enough that I can hit the pub for some of the afternoon games or maybe just the night game. So
that'd be nice. Well, drive safe. We always appreciate you in here. Happy New Year, and we'll get you on again soon.
Yeah, Happy New Year, you guys. All the best in all your bets. Thanks, Andy.
All right, see you later, Joe. There she goes, Joe Madden at Joe Madden Sports on all social media. You can check her out there. Cup of Joe, a must watch every single day. And how about that, folks? What's Grant said? Oh, the drinks served differently. Oh, for the cocktails, yeah. Hey man, Grant. I had Grant's my fellow bourbon brother, our Canton Ohio correspondent, Grant Gillen. I tried that wild turkey rare breed I got for Christmas. Made my notes, and you'll see up there my Stave and Thief Society and the pin certificate, executive certified bourbon steward. This guy went to Kentucky last year to do it, and so I make my tasting notes in the book that they gave. Real nice. A little bit better with a splash of water, though. Opens up the flavors a little bit. So just wild turkey rare breed. I liked it. It was a good little dish there. How about that, though, kids? Okay, we going. I'm going to read this 15-legger because the plus 72,388, we got to put a little taste on that. Come on. Okay, so here's what we're doing. Bengals money line. Burrow, 1 or more passing touchdowns. Shadur Sanders, over half a passing touchdown. Myles Garrett to record a sack. Chase Brown, most rushing yards. T. Higgins, anytime touchdown. New Orleans to cover 3.5. Jags money line. Texans money line. Lions money line. Eagles money line. Broncos 13.5 to cover. Patriots 13.5 to cover. Buffalo money line. Under 41.5 points. Ravens at Steelers. $10. Pay $7,238.82 on the DraftKings Sportsbook. We're going to be getting to our fantasy football and betting moment of shame in just a moment. But folks, I make that giant parlay, and it's only to be done on the DraftKings Sportsbook, okay? That's where we're at. An official betting partner of the NFL. Makes every playoff moment feel bigger. DraftKings has your back with early exit protection. This is cool. If the player in your eligible NFL prop bet goes down at any point in the first half, you still get paid in cash. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SICKSPORTS. That's code SICKSPORTS to turn $5 into $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, fees may apply in Illinois. 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos. NFL Sunday ticket offer for new subscribers only and auto renews until canceled. Digital games and commercial use excluded. Restrictions apply. Additional NFL Sunday ticket terms at youtube.com/go/NFL Sunday ticket/terms. Limited time offer.
There we go, kids. Now, before we go, I want to know, New Year, I've been doing it for years on TSN Sportsnet, here on the Sick Podcast. Your fantasy football will include betting moment of shame. Ding, ding, ding. Shame. What is it? Grant said earlier, it was taking the Thanksgiving anytime touchdown on Patrick Mahomes. Oops. Didn't work out. My fantasy football moment of shame. And I don't necessarily regret doing it, but it didn't work out. I went heavy on double rookie running backs. I rolled the dice, and sometimes you come up snake eyes. I went Ashton Jeanty and Omarion Hampton on like 4 of my 6 fantasy teams, and one or the other in the other 2. I went heavy. Hampton, just as he was hitting his roll, got hurt. Gianti with that bad offensive line was be battled. I would still take, to be honest, I'd probably still try both next year if the Raiders offensive line improves. But that's my moment of shame where I just went like, I'm going in. It's either going to work or it's not. And it didn't. And then I was chasing my tail trying to find running back backups, and you're mucking around with seeing if Rashad White can fill in for Bucky Irving and all that. Just a mess. Just a mess. The betting moment of shame. I have a betting moment of like a couple of like pride. And I'll say my Raheem Sanders week 1 anytime touchdown at plus 1,000 that you were right here on the Sick Podcast. That was my best play of the year. Because that was when Quinshon Judkins was still out dealing with the personal stuff, and they're not the contract hadn't signed. And Raheem Sanders short line, goal line. I just knew that was going to happen, and it banged. Plus 1,000. That is my proudest moment. So if you guys get in on that. Also, hey, never too early to start prepping for the next fantasy football season. I got 2 articles out right now. Way too early quarterback fantasy football rankings for 2026 and way too early running back fantasy rankings for 2026. That's up now on the Sporting News, on my X account at AndyMC81, at SickPodBrowns, on Instagram at AndyMC Sports. You can go there and you can see those. We're still going to have wide receiver and tight ends coming out over the next week. I have a feeling, though, the news cycle, a large part of it over the rest of today into Monday and onward is going to be around the Browns coaching. Is there a change? Is there a trade? If you missed earlier, rumors that Kevin Stefanski could be traded maybe to the Giants, which would be wild that you trade for a 7 or 8 win coach over the last 2 years. And Andrew Berry can have one of his coveted 5th round picks. I just don't know how you bring back one or not the other. Andrew Berry and whatever collaboration that has been just a disaster for the majority of their 6 years together hasn't worked. So how do you bring one back and not the other? It doesn't make sense. But rumors from all these insiders of Stefanski getting fired, Berry staying. Both getting fired, no one getting fired, and then Stefanski getting traded. Who knows? What I do know is you got to stay tuned to X at SickPodBrowns, at AndyMC81, Instagram and TikTok at AndyMC Sports. I'll have my post-game reaction too, and any reaction to whatever the Browns end up doing at the coaching and front office side. And of course, click subscribe, notifications on here. Happy New Year, everybody. I still want to hear your fantasy football moments of shame. Joe gave hers as well, the betting side. Griff gave his. Pop them in, whether it's in the chat later or on social. I want to hear them. I guess let's hope the Browns, at this point, you're not getting a quarterback, so might as well win and finish on a good note. Finish on a 2-game winning streak against them Bengals today. Myles Garrett, get that sack, brother. Finish it off. Finish the story. Get it done. Hopefully Shedeur looks good. Check that out. I also got my Browns best bets versus the Bengals, that multiple parlays, same game parlays and odds. That is up now on Sporting News 2 and the link on my social. So big thanks to Joe Madden at Joe Madden Sports. Make sure you're following and checking her out. To producer Shane, to all of you, Happy New Year. One more time. Go Browns.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Sick Podcast with Andy McNamara on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Google Play, and Apple Podcasts.